Thank you for everything up until now, and from here on, I gently stop moving my hand. I'm hesitant to part with her, but I have to accept reality. This instant in and of itself is a miracle. The two of us torn apart so unreasonably can actually meet once more and say farewell. But that tragic truth shines brighter than any jewel. Thanks for everything up until now, and everything after this. Yeah, big sister, bye-bye. I'll always love you. Me too. I love you. Mari goes into the sea of stars. I go the opposite way. Both of us walk in different directions. All that can be heard are her footsteps. I don't turn around because, if I do, I'll surely chase after her. Finally, even her footsteps fade away. I can hear the sound of rippling waves. As I walk along, I'm enveloped in light. Within that gentle, transparent blue light, my consciousness begins to return, and I can feel how hard it is to breathe. There's pressure on my neck. My breathing is becoming shallow. Something is pushing in my throat with great strength. The flow through my carotid arteries being stopped up. Despite the fact that I'm finally waking up, my consciousness is starting to waver again. I wonder what's happening to me right now. Oh, good. Yeah, Himeno's gonna kill us. I open my eyes in thin slits, and a faint shadow floats in my vision. Long hair, an outline I've seen before, soft-looking skin. Slender arms are stretching out towards my neck, putting all their strength into wringing my neck. When I realize who it is, the words I couldn't understand before become clear, as if a fog had been lifted. Go on and die. The one wringing my neck is Himeno. Trying to grab my neck with both of her hands, I can feel the pressure of her weight. Even as she wrings my neck, she has a frantic look. The proof is also in the fact that she doesn't kill me, even in my weakened state. Why are you... Is this not Himeno? Because of the pressure being applied to my throat, I can't finish saying what I wanted to say. Himeno looks down at me with her blue eyes. This isn't the color of Himeno's eyes. How did you wake up? Her voice raises doubts in my mind. Still, I clearly grasp that this is not Himeno. With just that small change in tone, I get it, since I'm her best friend after all. Well then, what's going on here? Nakanobe Mari has gained the ability to withdraw power from Manton Aquarium. This is because she maintains her individuality while her soul is still connected to the collective Manton Aquarium. I attempted to seize the power she had amassed. However, her power is so great that I could not force her to yield to me. Since she was so pure, tainting her was quite simple. In order to create a world with only the two of you, that child squandered all of the power here. Power within this Manton Aquarium, that souls, or could we call it life energy as well? If it is the thing keeping this world stable, then if it disappears, wouldn't the world itself begin to crumble? You are... Somehow I maintain my fading consciousness, and manage to desperately summon some sort of voice. As I listen to whatever it is that has taken on Himeno's appearance, I've realized I've heard this tone of voice before. As soon as that person's face appears in my mind, my feeling changes to certainty. Sayo-chan, what a pity. In order for me to continue to exist, I had to use her as a source of nourishment. Sagano Marieko. Just as I realize it, there's no strength left in my body. Due to my shallow breathing, there's no way I can make any brash movements. With no blood flowing to my brain, my thoughts are equally unfocused. I was able to find this body merely by chance. However, with this body, destruction is unacceptable. My final hope is you. When you escaped from Nakanobe Mari's birdcage, it was as if a miracle had occurred, and I was very happy. Mari's birdcage. That's right. Intuitively, it's like that. Being locked away for one's own good. But it's different. That was the world of Mari's heart. Of course it was sad and lonely. She's been alone for 5 years. All she could do was continue to pray, and to make the ungranted wish that she would see me again. I want to reject Saganuma Rieko's words. However, my body won't allow me to do so. I think I'm getting close to my limits. Little by little, I'm unable to keep my eyes open. When the world of the birdcage disappeared, that energy itself did not. All of it flowed into you. Perhaps Nakanobe Mari has already disappeared. I no longer sense her presence, and if she were here, she would try to interfere. When the two of you parted ways in that world, surely she gave you her energy. That's why I'll kill you, and then I will obtain that energy along with your body. I have no idea if she gave me her energy. What she didn't trust me with was her gentle wish. But at this rate, I won't be able to keep my promise to Mari. At this rate, I'll die. If Saganuma Rieko's words are true. No, surely this is real. If it weren't, there'd be no need for her to kill me in this situation. There's no mistaking the fact that the only reason I'm not dead is because she hasn't delivered the finishing blow yet. I'm going home. At that moment, I decide to believe in myself. I close my eyes and surrender to my fading consciousness. I did it. As I look at the small palm of my hand, I confirm this. In lieu of a mirror, I look at my body reflected in the tank before me. It's one of the cylindrical tanks in the jellyfish booth, and it clearly depicts my entire body. Nakanobe Mayumi's body, oh no! Compared to Tamagawa Himeno, she's strikingly less sturdy, but reflexes and firmness aren't important at this time. This is a feeling I haven't experienced up until now. The sense of completeness throughout a body. To use an example, it's a feeling close to the pleasure of having sex. Being able to derive pleasure from sex in the body of a virgin, though, is something of a contradiction. I have the feeling that something other than myself is encroaching upon me. All that's different is, rather than a climax, there's the feeling of being able to exercise one's own power. With this girl, I'm certain I'll be able to expand the Rand Manton Aquarium. She bears the emotional strength to support the foreign contaminant flowing through her body. That is, her strong will to get home with her friend. In Nakanobe Mayumi's case, she's likely undergoing a time of great emotional maturation. Well then, there's no time to be fooling around. Using the strength that Nakanobe Mayumi, my body, has accumulated, I shall reconstruct Manton Aquarium. I need no further plan than that. It only needs to be one area. I'll switch my location to that in the real world. Finite yet long. I will maintain my soul with the grudge as my storage. I close my eyes. My pose is irrelevant. My intuition is telling me a piece of me must cross the aquarium using this power alone. When I was merely a soul, that was simple. Rather, it was merely a hardship necessary for self-preservation. Well then, I will make my wish. For the world that is best for me. A world without the likes of you. Huh? At last I open my eyes. I hear a voice from somewhere. Where is that? You should know already. Do you mean the soul is listening? What? Not from the ears. It isn't that I hear a voice. It's more of a cognizance. You are already dead. No matter how hard you wish, that fact will not change. Which is precisely why I told you I'm using this body. Mari entrusted me with her wish. I swore to her that I would grant that wish. What is it you want to do in the real world? What is your unfinished business? To live. Merely to continue existing in this world. To extend my hand into eternity. If that's the case, then you as a person are already dead. I think there's no meaning in living merely for the sake of living. If you have a heart, you have a place to call home. For example, though her life was like the blink of an eye, Mari lived with all she had, never letting go of her feelings. My control has... I was waiting for the moment when you would try to unify yourself with the aquarium. At that moment, I was sure cracks would appear in your heart. I am what Mari is entrusted to this world. Therefore, I will now make my wish. Please disappear. I will hate you with all my life. Okay, isn't that more human anyway? I think that the foreign substance within my body has definitely disappeared, as I can no longer hear that voice. I'm sorry. Turning towards the empty space, I mumble to no one. I'm standing in the tunnel tank room. This room is all that remains in this world. In this world, already destroyed by Sagano Marieko, it seems she only left one area. She said it was reconstruction, so this area will probably disappear soon as well. Himeno and Sayo have already disappeared. It's not that they died. If they had died, their bodies would remain. They just disappeared. So it's alright. That sounds alright, I guess. Now that Sagano Marieko has disappeared, I can feel some sort of different power. This is what Mari entrusted to me. Mari had held on to it, in the hopes that it would make it to the end. Just one, please, a miracle. I say in a small voice, and I close my eyes. Don't close your eyes, there's holes in the floor, you could trip. Break your ankle, something, I don't know. At that moment I laugh. How did things end up like this? I have no idea what caused it. All that I can say is, this means I was unable to create a miracle. Himeno. What, are we all just chilling out on the floor? I speak to Himeno, who sleeps next to me. There's no response. Sayo. I speak to Sayo, who lies on the ground. There's no reaction. How did it end up like this? There's flesh. There's space as well. If it goes as Kinji-san said, at this rate, if we reach the exit, we could return to the real world. It's just, there's no heart. This isn't a corpse. There is a fever. There's body heat. When I place my ear to the surface of her body, I can hear vibrations. She's like an intricate doll. I laugh. Having no clue what else to do, I know, right? I can do nothing but laugh. I'm already broken. This is the end of me. The three of us rot away together, as good friends do. Because that's what friends are for. Got an achievement called Black. What does that mean? Completed all bad endings. There we go. So yeah, that was a bad ending. That was actually a pretty long bad ending. But it was a bad ending nonetheless. So as you can see, we've now completed all the bad ends. So all we have left is the true end. I'm going to keep heading that way, but I don't know how far we're going to get. Because I will have to leave before long. So anyway, we thank her for everything up until now. That's what gets that. But if that's what you really want, Mari, As I say this, Mari shakes her head. Her long hair sways, bathed in the light of the stars. I told you I would wish for it. This isn't your world, big sister. Mari gently pushes away my hand, which had been resting on her head. Mari, my hand floating in midair with no place to go, lingers for a bit. Still, because of that, I softly make a fist. And punch. Mari straightens up and hits my fist with her hand. See you later, big sister. Yeah, I love you, Mari. Is that? No, that's... I love you too. From what I understand, I think this is very similar. My fist doesn't feel as if anything's touched it. As if Mari's body has become transparent in that last moment. We are unable to touch. But it's not a big deal. Because our hearts have certainly become in sync. Mari goes into the sea of stars. Is that... Ah, there we go. So yeah, a lot of this is actually the same. In fact, almost all of it is. You'll notice we got the exact same ending. I was contemplating doing this, but I decided not to. Doing this choice first. So, it does seem to lead to the exact same thing. But then the game says gotcha, and it keeps going. Apparently, you can get the ending that way too. You don't actually have to take the other route. But I wasn't sure if it was going to be much different or not, so I kind of wanted to do it. Hey, big sister. In this dark world, I hear a voice. I open my eyes in the hopes that something has changed. Nothing has changed in reality. With Himeno and Sayo still lying at my side with their eyes closed. Nothing is being shown to me visually. Big sister, from the bottom of your heart you wanted me to come back too, didn't you? Because of that, in the end, I was able to see you again. Just for a little bit. I feel just a little happiness. I can hear a tiny little voice. I can hear it from far away, like the sound of rippling waves. My eyes still close, I strain my ears. This time really is bye-bye. Surely, sometime, no longer able to hear the voice, I don't open my eyes. The moment I fall asleep feels more like taking a nap, but it's a pleasant feeling. So that's it? Like an extra couple lines of dialogue, that's it? I guess it's not terrible. So what happens? Oh, I forgot, after the credits they always do more. Yeah, so we'll just have to wait and see what the rest of it is. In fact, I'm just going to skip it, because I've seen the credits a couple times already. On one holiday, we're gathered at a coffee shop, with no plans about where we'll go and no particular objective. There's only the feeling that we want to get together. It's a day off with no club activities for Himeno, so we all gather spontaneously. Hey, where should we go today? Anywhere. We went to karaoke last time, so anywhere's fine by me. Having finished our drinks, we're finishing lunch and sitting idly. Even though it's a holiday, Seats with customers in them are so sparse, so there seems little need to leave hastily. Manton Aquarium. 'Cause I'm a nerd and I like aquariums, huh? Somehow, even though I intentionally whispered it, Himeno asked me to repeat myself. It's not as if I had a particular thought in mind. As an only child, I don't have many memories of my family going out to do much other than eat. We often come to Manton to have fun, and have gone shopping in Manton East Building many times. We've never gone to Manton Aquarium, even though it's in the same building. It mostly seems to attract people with families or couples, so we've avoided it. That sounds fine, doesn't it? Sayo is the first to agree for a change. Sayo always complains the longest. In the end, she's more like the chaperone we drag along. If Sayo-chan's in, I'm in too, Miku says in a light tone. Apparently she carelessly fell from her apartment balcony and went hospitalized some time ago. Whoops. When I heard that story and saw Miku laugh and say, that was so dumb, it felt like she was just sweeping it away with a carefree word and gave her a strange smile. How about you, Himeno? Do you like Manton Aquarium? When I ask her, Himeno closes her eyes and looks down. Well, I'm fine with anywhere. I totally agree. It sounds fine. Let's go. Hey, how come we didn't think of it until now? Hey, why are you grabbing onto me? Himeno, sitting next to me, grabs on tight to me. When I was a kid, we always went to aquariums. I've seen Manton Aquarium in magazines. It looks fun. Then hurry up. With an unpleasant look on her face, Sayo bites down on her straw. Sayo-chan, maybe we should hug too. You're nuts, aren't you? You're so mean. Himeno and I are a bit spread out. I think to myself, she's so developed after all, I'm jealous. Okay, it's decided. Let's go to the aquarium. That's right. If we can, I want to take my time looking around. Without giving any reply in particular, Sayo turns her gaze my way. As the four of us chat, we head for Manton Aquarium. Right, later. Later. Bye-bye, that was fun. See you later. The two of them are apparently heading to a live music club. It's not that I'm not interested. It's just a problem if I get home late. So Himeno and I decide to leave. Those two love music, so after we hang out, they often go there on the way home. It seems they have a particular club they like. I dimly think that the two of them seem so adult-like, probably from living alone. The aquarium was fun, eh? It wasn't all that big, but the jellyfish place and some of the other booths were really pretty. Going to the aquarium for the first time in 10 years was more fun than I expected. So it might be fun to go from time to time. Let's go again. Let's get a year pass. The case for it is cute after all. I was thinking the same thing. The ticket that lets you in as much as you want in a year also has a case with a really cute design. The only problem is the price. Maybe with my New Year's present. As we walk home making idle conversation, suddenly the rain begins to fall. It was sunny this morning, so I didn't watch the weather report, but it's a pretty heavy rain. I guess it's a sudden evening shower. Mayu, let's hurry! Right, As I start to run, I spot a flower shop just ahead of me. A faint light is filtered along this dim road. Mysteriously, it catches my eye. A flower shop? They sure are open late. It's nearby though, so let's wait out the rain there. Himeno, who's followed my gaze, takes my arm and runs with me. A blue rose? And I got an achievement called complete. I think that's for getting all the CGs, I imagine. Yep, I've completed all the CG scenes. Hello. Oh, how pretty. The interior of the store is overflowing with brightly colored flowers in full bloom. Tulips and anemones. It's difficult to settle my eyes on any particular one. Ah, my gaze stops on a single eye-catching blue rose. A blue rose that seems to be filled to the brim with sadness. Mixed in with the red roses, it stands out, blooming like something from a dream. I can't take my eyes off of it. I don't understand the reason myself, but I can feel a single teardrop on my cheek. Mayu? The shopkeep tells us the meaning of the blue rose in the language of flowers. Miracles, blessings of the gods, making dreams come true. And then, would you like one? Sounds like the shopkeeper's willing to lower the price. Yeah! I'm so taken by it, I forget to wipe away my tears. Staring at it the whole time, a sense of nostalgia overflows for me. Himeno waits for me the whole time. It seems like such a long time until we can no longer hear the intense sound of the rain. I think that this flower may be tied to one of my earliest childhood memories. I put the flower shop behind me. Droplets of water drip from the awning above the entrance. In the end, I didn't buy the blue rose. I was going to buy it, but then I lost any sense of what I had originally seen. It's probably because it continues to bloom within my heart. And that's how you be cheap. Don't buy the rose, just tell her that it blooms within your heart. Was it alright for you not to buy it? Yeah, I'm happy as I am. For now and always. What's up with you being so earnest? Himeno takes my hand as she smiles. We have so many fun things ahead of us, so we will always be happy. Right. Well, we'll probably have a lot of hardships too, like entrance exams. It's fine. I bet that was supposed to be like a reflection on how she doesn't have to get the rose because she's left her past behind, or she's made peace with it or something. I can no longer hear the sound of drops. We take a step out into the vast, clear sky. And there we go. Whew, I got a couple thoughts. Final thoughts for the game, as it were. All clear and fall into poison. So we now understand the poison anyone can possess, is what the achievement tells me. And just looking at the achievements really quick, which you can't see, there's two more I haven't gotten. One's called I can't take it anymore. Sometimes you feel you want to throw in the towel. Which is apparently an achievement for, I think, like pressing Alt F4 or something like that. Which I think is pretty funny. But as for my final thoughts, it was, I would say it was definitely an okay visual novel. It was translated decently for the most part. It was somewhat intriguing, had a lot of bad endings. So I would say overall I liked it, but at the same time I think it stayed a little bit too long. It overstayed its welcome. Especially when you get to some of those scenes where they just talk. Like, I was reviewing one of my videos, and the entire episode took place in one scene, with us just talking back and forth, and a lot of the stuff was just like the same thing over and over again. Like, no, I can't do that. No, you have to. No, I can't do that. It's that kind of thing. So, it was, well, an interesting one, I'd definitely say. But it isn't like a visual novel I'd play again, if that makes sense. It was a nice experience, but not something that I'd care to do again. But for everyone who stuck along for the whole thing, I hope you enjoyed. There isn't going to be another series brought up after this. I was planning on having both of my series end at the same time, the last ones I was working on. So I would get a little bit less work to do. So we're just going to stick with the series I have for right now. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. And I will see you next time for whatever the heck we're doing. Bye.